Hello and welcome to Cooking in the Kitchen with Kaya. I'm Kaya. Let's get cooking. Today we're going to make vegetarian chili. You are going to love it. I know I love it because it uses a lot of fresh ingredients. All right, let's prep the kitchen. The first thing you want to do is boil enough water for an ear or a husk of corn to go inside. Then you take your pot of water, put it on the stove. I think we all know how to boil water, but I'm gonna give you a little trick here. We'll turn this guy on high. Then, maybe you already know, maybe you're one step ahead of me. We're gonna grab some salt from the pantry. Stir that up. And then we'll put a lid on it to help it boil faster. While the water is boiling, we're gonna go ahead and grab our corn. Okay, once you've gotten that green part off, you're gonna go ahead and put it into the boiling water. Cooking is all about multitasking, so while I wait for my water to boil so that I can put the corn inside of that, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my other vegetables for the chili. Okay, this water is clearly boiling. You can see all the steam coming out from the pot, so we're gonna go ahead and put our corn in the pot and let that stay in there for 12 minutes. I like a nice colorful chili, so we're gonna go ahead and use 3 different color bell peppers. Here's a little trick for you. Just cut off the top part and remove the top part of the chilies. Okay, well they're not chilies, these are just regular bell peppers, my bad. Okay, well, and you won't always do it perfectly, that's fine. Now you're gonna go ahead and cut it vertically. And then you're gonna go ahead and get rid of this part that is clearly not edible. You can kind of scoop it out like a pumpkin on Halloween. I think that looks pretty good. Go ahead and get started on your onion. Not gonna lie, I would prefer to use a red onion in this type of a dish, but I only had white onion on hand. We're gonna start with half. This is a really good trick to know. You can go ahead and put your onions onto the hot stove without any oil. I'm not sure if it's a technical term, but I like to say we're allowing the onions to cry or sweat. Their natural juices are gonna come out on this hot pan. And then once they're a little bit brown, we're gonna add that oil. And because I am not finished prepping all of the vegetables, we're gonna go ahead and turn this down to medium. I just usually use 1 per dish, though these jalapenos are not that spicy, I don't think, but I still wanna use just 1 because it's so big and because we're gonna use a healthy amount of chili powder in addition to these jalapeno peppers in the dish. Sliced and dice and chop and size down. Okay, now that your onions are brown, you're gonna go ahead and add some, I'm using olive oil. You can use whatever you want in your chili. There's so many different fun kinds of oil out there. There's avocado oil, grapeseed oil, whatever. So we're just gonna put, I don't know how much it was, maybe a teaspoon, tablespoon. Go ahead and put the onions through that. I'm gonna crank the heat back up. I turned it down because I actually got a phone call. But all right, we've got the onions in the oil and we're working with these electric stove burners instead of gas, so it's a bit more difficult to control what is happening, but that's all right. Now you're gonna also add your peppers and mix it all up very well. Now that your vegetables are a little bit more sauteed and they're still wet with the oil, add a bunch of chili powder. Basically cover them all. Go for it, don't be shy. Okay, we're making a chili after all. Then add one of my favorite spices, paprika. Make sure these vegetables don't get too dried out. We're gonna go ahead and just add some water. And that will help dilute all of that powder that we just put in. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add the canned ingredient to this dish, which is black beans. Put it on a Okay, now we're gonna add the corn to the pot of beans. After you've added the corn to the beans, add your vegetable mix.
And cut them. I say go ahead a lot. Just go for it. Okay, those are fine. Now take a more circular piece. Do this, do this, do that, do that. Look at how fast and easy and beautiful that is.
Here's the chili right now. We're gonna add a little bit more water so there's more broth to this mix. Right now I'm just kind of breaking. After you add some water, go ahead and add your tomatoes. The chili is just on a medium to low heat. It is covered with a lid.
You guys are gonna think that I'm obsessed with salt. I'm really not, but I just did try a little spoonful of my chili. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt.
Not too much.
Go ahead, stir it around.
And there you have it, vegetarian chili. I've topped mine with sour cream, a dill cheese, and fresh cilantro.
Thank you so much for joining me on Cooking in the Kitchen with Kaya. We'll see you next time. Disclaimer, the cheese, the sour cream, the beans, you're gonna want to sleep alone tonight.